Smash that like button right now if you're ready for NBA 2K25. Where do I even begin? 2K just dropped the MyPlayer builder and MyPlayer news on us today, and let me tell you, it is a lot to unpack and a lot to break down. But thankfully, you guys clicked on this video, and I'm gonna hit you guys with the most insightful breakdown on YouTube yet. And there is a lot of exclusive insider information, so make sure that you stay through and watch the whole video so you don't miss any of it. So this is our first look at the NBA 2K25 MyPlayer, and I can go ahead and tell you already there are two major differences off rip. Number one, if you guys go down to the physicals area, you will notice that the stamina aspect is missing. They have completely outed stamina when it comes to making your build. So what they did instead was every build is going to start with 85 stamina. And over the course of Gatorade drills for 3 weeks, you will grind your stamina from 85 to 99. Once you get your first player to 99 stamina though, every player that you create from there on out will always have 99 stamina. You will also notice that acceleration is now no longer in the game, and it is tied in elsewhere, which we will talk about later. But it has been replaced with agility. Now, the easiest way to describe agility is it's going to be for your movements, okay? Just like agility would be in real life. Agility is going to help on defense when it comes to the quick cuts and cutting people off, and it's also going to help on offense when it comes to off-ball movements, center slipping, things like that. So agility is going to be one of these things that are basically off-ball movements, and it will be pretty important, especially when it comes to these defensive builds. From an aesthetic standpoint, the builder looks very similar, but let me be the first to tell you that the build is significantly different. In fact, in the info that they released today, there was 2 teaser builds that they have, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how different the builder is in 24 versus 25. The attribute caps are much higher in NBA 2K25 than they are in 2K24, which is going to allow you to be much more creative when it comes to building these players. As you guys can see, I'm putting up a 2K25 builder screenshot versus 24. You cannot even come close to creating these builds on 2K24 in the 25 builder. It's not even comparable. You get so much more points to use, and that's going to allow the freedom and flexibility to make crazier builds. It's going to be more like NBA 2K21 in the sense where the builder has so much more freedom, and you are able to create the demigod that you guys want to create. You are now no longer restricted to your MyPlayer being a role player, and now you can make players that can do a little bit of everything or be excellent at multiple things. If you weren't somebody that played NBA 2K21, let me be the first to tell you that the builds were wild and the creativity was at an all-time high, and it's looking like that's exactly what we're going to get with NBA 2K25. Keep in mind, you have builds that have over 4 90+ overall ratings. Over 4. Imagine the creativity you can have when it comes to making builds. You're going to be able to make builds that do exactly what you want them to do. Now let's talk about the takeover system, which has been completely revamped. There are now 72 takeovers and 14 takeover abilities in NBA 2K25, and that is a lot to break down and process. While we do not know every single takeover that's going to be in the game, what they did tease us with was the post-scoring takeovers that are going to be in the game, and it breaks down the takeover system a little bit. So it's been common knowledge in 2K that as your takeover goes up, so do your attributes. But now for the first time, we know exactly how much your attributes are going up with the new takeover system. There are 6 different levels you can get, and when you finally reach level 6, that is when you can activate takeover. Now again, as I said, there are 72 different takeovers to choose from, and you're gonna have to find the one that fits your game. However, this is huge because it's very important to know exactly how much your attributes have gone up, because a lot of times we were just left to assume. Now we know that if we're at level 3, we're gonna be up 3. If we're at level 2, we're gonna be +2. It's good to know moving forward, and it's one of those things where we don't have to assume, we're actually seeing it in real time. Even though there are 72 takeovers, there are attribute requirements in order to pop these takeovers, which there was not last year. A lot of you guys know you could have had 25 perimeter, and if you felt like popping defensive badge, you could do that. It is now no longer like that. In order to activate a specific takeover, you have to meet the attribute threshold. And now it's time to talk about the badges, which have taken a huge twist, and it's a lot to talk about. Now, before I even talk about the badges that they've added and removed themselves, I need to let you guys know that there is a new badge tier, okay? It has always been bronze, silver, gold, and HOF. We now have legend tier badges. So legend tier badges are now the biggest and best badge threshold that you can get, and that's going to be the most OP setting that you guys can get it on. So I actually wanted to bring you guys to the badge screen so we could go over every single badge while we're here. So look, we have Aerial Wizard returning, okay? Aerial Wizard is obviously for alley-oops. You already know what that is. Float game is going to improve your floaters. Hook Specialist is for my post scorers out there that want to get in the post and hit them with the hooks. A layup mix master is basically Acrobat renamed, okay? So that's for people who want to cancel out of their animation. They're going for a dunk. They might be afraid they're going to get blocked. You can press the square button again, And I'm gonna click one of these and layup Mixmaster is gonna pop up. Paint Prodigy, okay, improves a player's ability to quickly and efficiently score while going to work in the paint. So what I would presume that that's gonna do is that's gonna speed your player up in the paint. So your moves are gonna be quicker, your turns are gonna be quicker, your pump fakes are gonna be quicker. It's just basically gonna be a speed boost for these centers down low. Physical Finisher improves a player's ability to battle through contact and convert contact layup. Now this is basically the bully badge, and we don't care about that badge, okay? You guys know I've been saying for years the bully badge was bait, and that's exactly what it was. And that's why I'm going over these badges, because if you guys are following me, you're gonna save a lot of money in the process. Post Fade Phenom is for your post fade. Post Powerhouse is strengthening a player's back down. So it's basically back down Punisher for those of you guys who played previous games. It's gonna give you the animations where regardless of somebody's strength, you're gonna be bullying them in the post. Post Up Poet raises the chances of faking or getting by the defender as well as scoring. Basically, that's gonna be a post spin technician. Posterizer increases the chances of you getting a contact dunk. We all know posterizer, we all love posterizer. And Rise Up increases the likelihood of dunking or posterizing an opponent while standing in the painted area. Now, as you guys can notice, there are a lot of inside scoring badges. To me, anytime I see them putting a high emphasis on things, that means that that's something that they have been putting a lot of work into, and that's something that is going to be OP. When I see a ton of finishing badges, I know finishing is going to be OP. That's exactly how it was in 2K24. Now let's talk rebounding, and it's going to be very simple. There's only two rebounding badges to talk about. We have Box Out Beast, and we have Rebound Chaser. Now Box Out Beast is basically for boxing out. It's very simple. You guys are going to need a high Box Out Beast in order to not get wormed, in order to establish dominance and position in the paint. It's going to be a badge for my centers and my power forwards to control the glass. And obviously Rebound Chaser, been in the game for years. If you guys don't know, Rebound Chaser is going to be your ability to jump and snag and get rebounds. For my centers out there, you're going to want to have these two as high as possible. Now defensive badges, they did bring a lot of badges back. We have Challenger, which you guys know, your shot contest. Glove for stealing the ball. We have High Flying Denier. Boost the speed and leaping ability of a defensive player in anticipation of a block attempt. Now this was the first thing I thought of when I seen this badge.
The kick open again.
This is exactly what I was thinking when I seen this badge pop up. I don't know if it's gonna be like this, but if it's gonna be like this badge could be absolutely OP. And reading the description, that's exactly what it sounds like to me. I'm hoping that High Flying Denier is just really Chase Down renamed, but I don't think that's the case in this situation. When I'm reading the description, it says boost the speed and leaping ability. So I feel like that's gonna be one of these badges where as a defender, you can be beat, but if you have Hall of Fame High Flying Denier, then you're gonna be able to block the shit out of those shots. You have Interceptor, you have Off-Ball Pest, you have On-Ball Menace, which is Off-Ball Pest, On-Ball Menace, same thing. On-Ball Menace is basically off 94 feet. You have Paint Patroller, which increases a player's ability to block or contest shots at the rim. It's basically Rim Protector, Pick Dodger, and Post Lockdown. Okay, so a lot of similar badges with some new ones that might make defense OP again. For my centers, you also have Brick Wall. We all know that's the ability to set hard screens. We have Slippery Off-Ball, which is one of the most underutilized badges in the game, okay? Slippery Off-Ball gives you good dexes for my off-ball players, for my sharps. If you guys want to dex and be good at that, you need to make sure that you have your Slippery Off-Ball. Pogo Stick is the ability to continuously jump in the paint. Now let's talk about shooting. Shooting is crazy because we only have 5 shooting badges, man. We have 5 shooting badges, and let's break them down. We have Deadeye, which is now linked to Blinders, by the way. It has been confirmed that Deadeye is now Blinders. As you guys can see, there is no Blinders on the screen, okay? Because Blinders is gone. Deadeye is the new Blinders. They have worked the two together. So Deadeye is for jump shot, taking with a defender closing out. It's gonna make you receive less of a penalty. So that used to only be for front-facing shots, okay? Deadeye was only for the front, but now Deadeye is also for your Blinders. So you're gonna need to have high Deadeye. Limitless range, we all know what that is. It's your ability to shoot from deep. Mini Marksman. Now, I don't know how many of you guys played NBA 2K22 and remember Mismatch Expert, okay? I used to have a 5'7" Debbie God that I would run around with on NBA 2K22, and I'd shoot in 7'3" people's face because your boost would be crazy. Mini Marksman is that badge being brought back to life, okay? That is Mismatch Expert for those of you guys who played that game. So if you guys played 2K22, you remember how vital that badge was. That badge was very game-changing. I feel like it's gonna be the same way this year. You have Set Shot Specialist, which is basically Catch and Shoot renamed, okay? They got rid of the Catch and Shoot bag. It is now Set Shot Specialist. And you have Shifty Shooter. So Shifty Shooter is gonna be for all of your threes. It's gonna be Agent threes. It's gonna be Midi Magician. It is everything off the dribble into one badge. So Shifty Shooter is going to be a very cracked out badge. And as I said before, we now have Legend tier badges. For me, I don't know what build I'm gonna make yet. Do not be surprised if you guys see me rocking a build that has a Legend Shifty Shooter, Legend Mini Marksman, and Legend Limitless Range. And also Legend Deadeye. You guys know how I like to play. I get my shots up. Don't be surprised to see me on something like that. like that. Now let's break down the playmaking, guys. A little bit has changed here too, okay? We have Ankle Assassin, which increases the ability to break down the defenders or cross them up. So Ankle Assassin is gonna be the badge that gets you guys stuns, okay? If you guys have ever seen when somebody will do it behind the back in the game and the player stuns in front of them, that's what Ankle Assassin is gonna do. We have Bailout, which is your ability to pass out of shots and layups and all that. We have Break Starter, that's for the fast breaks. Dimer gives your teammates a boost. Handles for days. A lot of people don't like how tired their player gets after doing dribble moves. You need to get your handles for days up. Lightning Launch, AKA Quick First Step, okay? For those of you guys who know what the Quick First Step badge is, that is what Lightning Launch is, okay? Lightning Launch is gonna be very, 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 very important for my point guards out there, okay? That's gonna be the badge that you guys need. Strong Handle, I'm not breaking this down because if you guys watch my channel, you're not wasting points on Strong Handle. You're not wasting your points on that. You're not wasting your points on Physical Finisher, okay? We don't do that around this channel. We're logical. We're smart. We're not wasting our points on Strong Handle. Unpluckable, so you do not get ripped. And Versatile Visionary, which is basically your ability to make tight passes or whatever, okay? So one thing that I didn't touch on that I think is huge is there is no more right stick ripper. Can I get a hallelujah from my guards out there? Can I get a hallelujah? Right stick ripper is out the game. We might be able to dribble without getting plucked every 3 seconds. Can I get a hallelujah? Now this right here is a list of every single badge that has been removed from NBA 2K25. And as I was saying before, some badges have been reworked to be other badges, the way I was saying with blinders earlier. But there are some badges that are legit just gone, such as Hyperdrive, such as Killer Combos. There are badges that you will no longer see. And let me know in the comment section which one of these badges you're gonna be sad to see go. Something that a lot of people aren't talking about either is 2K has now given us an incentive to grinding for the rep rewards, okay? Let me go ahead and show you guys. Let's start with the badge perks, okay? This one alone is already got my eye. Boost a badge 1 level above its max potential. You must progress a badge to its max level for equipping this perk. These are unlocked at level 15 for a tier 2 badge and level 30 for a tier 1 badge in each season. At the end of the season, your badges equipped with max +1 will revert to the original level. Now, if you guys are not understanding what this is saying, this is basically saying that if you could only get a badge on gold, you get 2 of these a season. For this season, you can take that gold badge and put it on Hall. Take that Hall badge and put it on Legend. This is going to allow for you to make some really cracked out builds for the specific season. And again, even though you'll lose it at the end of the season, you are able to get it again when the season restarts. So this is something that you guys should be making your builds keeping in mind is that, hey, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna grind the game out. I'm gonna get my badge perks. In mind, you have the opportunity to take a build's badge perk to another level. So it's something that you guys are gonna wanna keep in mind. The other thing that they announced today, which is cap breakers. This is by far the craziest thing that I saw announced. Okay, so look, each attribute can be increased a maximum of +5 above its cap. Okay, so let me break this down for you, for those of you guys who are not understanding. So let's say you make a build, right? And your build can get 99 steel, but you only put your steel at 94. With the cap breakers that you unlock from grinding the game, you can get your steel from 94 to 99. And it's not like the past years where you're upgrading it and you don't get the badges with it. No, you get the badges with it now. It all counts. So this is going to allow for so much creativity when you're making a build. You get up to 15 of these. 15! So you could do, let's say you were able to get 94 dunk. Let's think about this year. If you made a build with 89 dunk, 89 dunk's cool, you get contact dunks, but with the +5 cap breaker, you can go from 85 to 94 dunk. You could go from 92 mid-range to 97 mid-range, and now you got all these different badges. Options are endless. You are going to be able to make the craziest builds already because the builder is so nuts, and now you're adding in cap breakers. Now you're adding in badge perks. Like, you are just going to be able to make LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry's. Like, you are actually for the first time going to be able to make MyPlayers that resemble these NBA players. You can actually finally do it for the first time in NBA 2K25. They only showed us 2 gameplay clips today, but both clips were very important. This Chris Brickley clip that you guys are looking at right now, to me, the game looks very smooth, and I don't want to just glaze 2K. I'm not trying to be a 2K glazer here, but the movement actually looks solid and the graphics look extremely solid. In this other clip that I'm showing you right here, you guys can see that the Patty Mills jump shot is back, and you guys can see what the green animation is looking like. Overall, my feeling that I have gotten from this game is, if you guys remember, NBA 2K19 was a good game, but then NBA 2K20 was a similar game that was just levels above it, okay? There was a lot of similarities between 19 and 20, but 20 took the flaws from 19, fixed it in 20, and made a great game. That's exactly what I think is going on with NBA 2K25. I think it's going to take the flaws that NBA 2K24 had and absolutely crush it. I think you're gonna see a lot of similar aspects. Like I said, the builder looks very similar. You still have Chris Brickley. You're still gonna have the Gatorade. There are gonna be a lot of similarities, but I think the gameplay is going to be tweaked. I think the builder, as we've already seen, is a lot different. I think it's going to take the issues that we had in 24, work on them, fix them, and allow for a much smoother and much more enjoyable gameplay experience in NBA 2K25. And honestly, I'm beyond hype. Like, this is the first time I've gotten news, and I'm like, man, I'm ready to get my hands on the game. I'm ready to get in the builder. I'm ready to lab. I'm ready to lock in. I'm ready to get on my grind. If you guys have made it to this point in the video and you haven't already, hit that like button, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see moving forward. I will be giving you guys the best and most insightful NBA 2K25 information. So make sure that you guys are following. As always, I appreciate you guys' support. Appreciate the love. It's your boy Choc. I'm out. Peace.